Last time on the Great Ace Attorney 2.
I hadn't considered the possibility before, but if Kazuma was there on the ship, then it can only have been for one purpose.
Come on, Ryunosuke. You know the rules. The only thing that really talks in the courtroom is hard evidence.
Don't you go flapping your flaccid evidence at me.
Whoa!
The defense will identify for the court where this alleged clue is to be found.
There's a small piece of metal lodged in the wall of the trunk here, like the tip of a blade. Slung around your waist is the esteemed blade Karama. Won't you draw it here in this courtroom? Oh no.
I have killed no one.
Explain.
As in, I didn't kill him. As in, he's still alive.
As in, I did not kill her. I did not. Oh, hi, Ryunono.
Ryunono.
We must take immediate action now to verify whether Seishiro Jigoku remains unharmed. We will take an emergency recess for 30 minutes. If the man can't be located within half an hour, we will have to assume the worst.
No one would want to kill a harmless Japanese man. who
I
was
beg
surviving
your
the country.
pardon. Why don't you come over here, and I'll show you how harmless I am.
Well, in the worst case, we might only have 30 minutes left. Unfortunately, though, I don't think there's anything we can do but wait now.
Actually, there may be one last hand we can play.
Of course! The little Mr. Shomestall that Iris gave us.
Please, my dear fellows, you don't need to pull my ear off.
Mr. Shoops, where are you?
Myself and my trusty partner are presently in the first-class cabin area of the SS Grouse. It's really been too long, hasn't it, old friend? Would you care to join me for a dance of my inimitable logic and reasoning?
Nothing would please me more.
Time is of the essence.
It's almost too obvious for words.
You know where Mr. Jigoku is hiding at this precise moment in time.
It is in the trunk.
And we need only follow your furtive glance.
You turned immediately to look at this large trunk.
The combination lock can't be opened from inside. He must have told somebody the 7-digit number for the lock. As I'm sure you can confirm, Mr. Stroganoff.
I know nothing about combination code. Ignore what's on my arm. You had to meddle, didn't you?
Oh my God.
Oh, wow.
Well, Eugen, you found me now.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Disillusion Plays the Great Ace Attorney 2 Resolve, where we play the games and do the other thing.
The voices, Taylor, the voices.
Oh, yeah, that one.
Yeah.
I'm Taylor.
I'm Pete.
And I'm Sarah.
Yeah.
Nice. And just before we hop on in, if you do like what we do, why don't you go ahead and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and then ring the bell to receive notifications about when we post our future content. And if you really like to help us out, after you're done with this one, why not take a little peek at some of our other videos? We've got one or two others on the channel.
Yeah, treat yourself to a binge watch.
just one or two.
Oh, yes, we found Jigoku folded like a pretzel in his trunk.
Yeah,
We found
he has the
Goku.
friggin' TARDIS for a trunk, because I refuse to believe he could fit inside of that normally.
Yeah, like him standing now, it's like we need one of those like guys that really go in depth on the science behind all this and do all the measurements just to see if he actually
We need
would
to get.
fit.
You need like a specific MatPat video just
Yeah.
about like the physics of fitting in the trunk.
Yeah.
So I've also it's just occurred to me, is this not like the third time that we've had somebody like trapped in an enclosed space? Because we had Ryunosuke in the wardrobe. We had Mr. Clockwork, whose name is completely escaped me.
Drebber. He was
Thank
in
you,
the
Enoch
safe.
Drebber.
Enoch
Yeah.
Drebber in the safe, and then obviously now Jigoku in the box here. In the trunk. Sorry, everybody typing your angry comments. I'm terrible with names. Please forgive me.
No hate.
Please.
Yeah, it took at least 2 years of our friendship before Pete even remembered my name. Up until that point, it was just the American.
I would like to add a small amount to this to say that Taylor is just lying right now.
Dramatic flair.
This is just a lot. This is a bit.
Okay, boys, now let's stop squabbling and let's get on with things.
But you're not entirely unsurprised, I take it.
No, quite. I just wish it were some other way.
How on earth, my dear fellow, did you get it there?
Well, are you ever going to introduce me?
I would rather not, Sholmes.
Taylor, people aren't going to know who it is. People are going to mix us up. Stop it.
For God's sake.
Your reputation precedes you, Mr. Sholmes. I've read stories of many of your exploits.
Excuse my manners, Sholmes. This is Mr. Jigoku, my old friend and traveling companion.
The devil is in the details, Makotoba. I believe you meant to say your old friend and traveling companion, who made the cowardly decision to flee the country without a word to anyone when things turned sour.
Ah, I see that you're not afraid of physical violence. I commend your courage.
Many a man would quiver in their boots at my presence.
It's worth noting that what we're seeing on screen right now, remember, this game is essentially a visual novel.
Yeah.
So they've just got like kind of, not sprites because they're obviously 3D, but they've kind of just, they've just got like one character on one side, one character on the other side. They're not to scale. Jigoku is actually about 3 times the size of Sholmes.
There should be a little disclaimer at the bottom, not to scale.
Because
Jigoku not to scale.
Eugene, I'm going to need you to stand about 5 feet over that way. For no particular reason.
If Jigoku was to scale, we'd just see like his buttons on his chest. That's all
Just his chest.
That's all we'd see.
I see my reputation precedes me as well. What an honor. What an honor.
Well, Seijiro, are you going to explain all this?
You know it all by now, I imagine. What you didn't know, of course, is that 3 days ago, on the night before our arrival in Britain, an attempt was made on my life here on this very ship.
By the Reaper of the Bailey? Yes, I've since heard. Because you were once prosecuted by the Reaper, weren't you? 10 years ago now, mind you.
And I had no idea at the time what a dangerous individual he was. Anyway, when we arrived in London to find the symposium was postponed until goodness knows when, it became all too apparent to me that I might very well be targeted again.
So, you decided to flee the capital without saying a word to me about it.
I'm afraid so, yes. Of course, I realize now that I really ought to have confided in you.
Indeed, some friend you are.
You need to be more open.
Is this Sholmes? Yes. It's somewhat surprising, I must say.
What is that I haven't thrown you through a wall yet?
Well, first-class cabins aboard luxury steamships are in very short supply. It's more than a little hard to believe that this one just happened to be available.
So says the protagonist of some colorful short stories. Well, I don't care for your opinion. The cabin did just happen to be available, so I purchased a ticket and here I am.
Did he, or has he took? Was he actually meeting? Was this Gregson? Was Gregson in this cabin originally, and he just took it? I don't know. Because obviously there's the bullet hole.
Completely wild thing.
What?
Jigoku is the Reaper.
Well, everyone's screwed then. No wonder no one survives.
I've just seen for myself the obvious remnants of that incident in this cabin. So, you'd already purchased your return ticket before we even docked in Dover, had
all
you?
that. That's the more obvious answer.
To prevent anyone else taking this cabin and seeing the evidence. Is that it?
Eugen, I have nothing to say to you.
Oh, well, charming.
Rude.
Well, in a mere 5 minutes, this ship will set off on its onward voyage and not make port again until Italy. I'm afraid we must insist that you disembark with us at once.
And how are you going to make me exactly?
Funny man. And just how do you intend to make that happen?
I'd like to see you try.
You have no jurisdiction over my movements.
What do I do?
We have this, Seishiro. Take it.
What's this? Oh.
Oh,
I don't like that. That's the look you don't want to see.
That's the face of a man
my,
about to kill him.
Shindig. What is it?
It's a subpoena from the Old Bailey. It's just basically the judge's voice again, like, you're a man of the law. You know what the ramifications of ignoring a document like this from the British courts would be.
That wow. That I'm a scared. I'm scared.
That's the face you see before you die. By his hand.
You came prepared then, Eugen.
Come on, let's go.
Makotama just swings him over his shoulder.
Makotoba is just like sweating profusely and slowly sliding behind Sholmes.
Yes, my associate here will be the one to escort you off the ship. Goodbye, Sholmes.
Yes,
Terribly fun catching up. Goodbye.
You're coming with him. You're coming with him. Like, not me, him.
One moment.
Oh.
What is it, Sholmes?
Inside Mr. Jigoku's trunk. I don't mean his torso, by the way. I found this rather fascinating trinket.
That looks like the top of a stopwatch.
It
which
does.
Gregson's has a missing
Oh.
It does.
It does indeed.
What is that? Seishiro?
one. I've had a scuffle.
I can't help you, I'm afraid. Some small component from something. But what? I have no idea.
Oh, I think you do.
By the look on his face,
Oh, no,
I
he doesn't.
think he genuinely doesn't know.
Huh.
Well, let us pocket it as a small souvenir of our brief sojourn in
Sojourn, yeah.
sojourn in France.
Let us pocket it so that we may watch for it to become relevant later.
I crack myself up.
He's so stupid! He just says these things when there's no consequence!
No, don't call him stupid.
Well, young Naruhodo, I think we've done as much as we can, I'm afraid. The rest will be on the shoulders of you, and your assistant.
Mr. Zato, do you feel a deep sense of foreboding all of a sudden?
I feel I do, Mr. Naruhodo.
As if a great weight has been placed upon my shoulders, and there's a spectre of some kind looming over the. Oh!
I feel like my little bunny ears are burning.
Yeah.
Sholmes, now would be a good time to actually respond.
Kazuma Asogi.
That's my name. Don't wear it out. Oh.
All right
Sorry.
then.
I don't know where that came from. Sorry.
It came from you, my dear
I
madam.
know it did. I don't know why.
Ah.
I know you, and I know you wouldn't lie. But still, there's no doubt
That you're lying.
that you're holding something back. You know more than you're saying.
It's true, Ryunosuke. I love you. I can't hide it any longer.
My goodness.
During the
All
past
of those fan fiction stories.
During the past 30 minutes while this court was adjourned, all possible efforts were expended. But sadly, Mr. Jigoku's whereabouts could not be ascertained.
I mean, the thing is, if you're trying for 30 minutes, are you really trying that hard? It's like it's like me trying to put away laundry, right? It's like, you know, I set a timer, it's like, well, I've given it 30 minutes, and then as I sit in a pile of unfolded, unput away laundry, I'm like, I've expended every possible effort. There's nothing more I can do.
And then you go back to your, 23 and a half hours of sleep.
Correct.
23 3.5.
Well, yeah, if he
hours
sets
of
the
sleep.
half hour for the laundry and then the rest of it is
Suppose.
sleep.
I don't know what's worse, time getting away from you and not getting or the fact that you're like, right, that's the last load of washing that I've done, and you turn around and it's freaking multiplied by about 20, and there's like, where did you come from?
It's like the dishes too. Like the dishes in our house. It's like, okay, all right, all of the dishes have been washed and put away. That's great. I'm just gonna go upstairs and I'll come back down
And
to
then
a clean.
another-
Oh my God!
Well, no, you're
Where
like-
did all these come from?
No, you're like, it's all done, and then another family member comes downstairs with a huge stack of plates.
Oh, God. Okay, right. To younger viewers of our audience, this is what peak adulting does to you.
I thought you were about to say, this is what Pete does to you. I'm like, you what? Like,
Okay, yes, I'm just going to throw some shade directly at my husband like that.
but no, Sarah is right. You become an adult, and then you just become jaded to everything.
Yeah, don't grow up, guys.
You could say-
it's not
you
how
could
they
say-
advertise
You could
it.
say you become
Disillusioned.
Yeah.
Got him.
Yes, we must accept the unfortunate conclusion that we are adults. We must accept the unfortunate conclusion that the Reaper has already done the deed. I don't know why I sounded like Van Zieks for a minute.
Well, I mean, he is his protege.
Well, yes. There's no sense in wasting any more of the court's time. The prosecution calls for an immediate verdict.
Objection!
Oh, no, you don't.
No, the trial cannot end now.
Well, yes, point out the obvious, Kazam.
Well, read the next
Yes, I know. I should have had wait for the text to advance. I know.
one. so defensive today. All right,
I am
then.
defending my honor.
All right, then, Chuck. just read. Just let's go. Let's read.
You're a Japanese man, Ryunosuke. You should know when to lay down your sword.
Well, I don't have a sword.
Yeah, you've got it now, actually. So,
Your metaphorical sword.
you say, I gave it back to you.
And you should know never to presume when the battle is won.
Ooh.
Shame.
The court has already been presented with all the evidence and heard all relevant testimony. And there can be only one conclusion. That the accused is guilty.
All relevant testimony? Far from it. There's still a crucial witness from whom the court is yet to hear a single word of testimony.
In that case, call your witness to the stand at once, counsel.
Yes, my lord. Tomorrow, if possible.
Just like, if possible.
The witness is already on his way and scheduled to arrive tomorrow.
Who on earth is this crucial witness?
Seishiro Jigoku. The very man allegedly murdered by the Reaper.
Judge Jigoku? You found him?
Well, so
Yes,
about that.
As it turns out, you didn't expend every possible effort.
Well, so the thing is here in my pocket, I have this small little bunny rabbit, and if I pull on the ears of the bunny rabbit, I actually have a direct communication line with Herlock Sholmes, who happens to be in the same vicinity as Judge Jigoku, and we can talk
You
over
mean
very
to
long
say
distances with
you
the
want
tiny
to
little bunny rabbit.
You mean to say you want to put a plushie on the stand?
I'm not sure.
Are you insane, Ryunosuke?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure the term plushie would have been invented just yet.
Fine,
But,
a little automaton
a small
rabbit.
dog.
No. Is that a soft toy? You know, as
Soft
opposed to
toy.
a hard toy that you hit people with.
Yes, maybe.
Rabble.
But the investigations of every policing resource in the capital suggest that Jigoku is already dead.
Is that because you
Perhaps you
bribed
should
them
have
to
taken
stay
more than
quiet?
half an hour. You're right.
How in the name of God did you find the man?
He was located in France during the recess, at the port of Dunkirk. Thanks to one of Mr. Herlock Sholmes' famous deductions.
Herlock Sholmes.
Inspector Gregson almost certainly met with Mr. Jigoku on the night of his death. Because along with Prosecutor Asogi, Gregson was on a mission to assassinate the man. Which means that Seishiro Jigoku is the sole witness who can clarify exactly what happened aboard the SS Grouse on the 31st October.
Damn.
Well, okay then. Fine. However, it would be terribly unfortunate were some sort of tragic incident to befall him before he were to reach the courtroom.
It would be
He just whispers in.
Oh, sorry, go on. Go on, Taylor.
He just whispers into his hidden pocket watch, like, release the mechanical shocks.
It would be most unfortunate if the boat capsized before it reached the port.
He pulls on the flipping tongue of his of his pocket soft toy snake, and then it's like, release the Kraken or whatever. He's just like, to which is, I don't know. I was just trying to go with the walkie-talkie
Release
route.
the Kraken.
He's got a little pet snake walkie-talkie. Whatever. It was a bad bit. I'm sorry.
It was cute.
Well, it would appear that it's too soon to move to adjudication at this point.
God damn it. I thought I thwarted them.
Judiciary.
Shut up, you.
Hovering fuckatat.
Eat poop.
That's mean.
Oh no.
The prosecution concurs. The court must hear Mr. Jigoku's testimony. No judgment should be passed until all testimony has been considered. I'm looking at you, Strongheart.
In that case, I hereby call an end of today's proceedings. Court will reconvene at the same hour tomorrow, which
We're only 20 minutes in.
Which I would like to say that I am very disgruntled about. As you know, I am very fond of keeping very tight time.
Although I suppose it does work in my favor because I do have plenty of time to bunk off the witness again.
No objections from either.
Court clerk, for no particular reason, could you please schedule me an immediate ship to France, at the port of Dunkirk?
The super
I
fast
have
boat.
some urgent business to take care of, and get me my sword and musket as well.
Sword and musket.
No objections from either side.
No, my lord.
No objections, my lord. I have an objection.
We live to fight another day, by the skin of our teeth.
Mr. Naruhodo, I'd keep the poker face until you're out of the courtroom.
You really shouldn't slip like that. Stare.
That's
Oh, there we go.
to be continued.
Well,
Ooh,
I guess next time.
no.
Thank you, everybody, so
Carry
much
on.
for watching.
No!
Remember to tip your waitress and,
What?
yeah.
Tip your waitress. I suppose, yes, you should, if you're in a...
If you're in a tipping economy.
Yes.
The unexpected halt of proceedings sent a clamour around the courtroom. But outside the Bailey, where Londoners knew nothing of the secret trial within, it was a typical still night. Then, at a little past 8 o'clock that evening...
Hey! Barry! What's all those people in them posh clothes doing coming out of the Old Bailey there? I thought there were no trials on today. I love watching the trials.
I don't know, mate. It seems like a lot of fancy people are going in and out.
Yeah, don't it
I
just?
think some members of the judiciary,
A
from the look of it.
Judiciary?
Yeah, the judiciary, yeah.
Hey, lads, you know what this is? Prime opportunity for mugging them. We're gonna mug them.
Mug 'em?
Mug 'em.
We're gonna mug 'em.
We're gonna mug them.
Why?
Because I want to mug them. And we're muggers.
What?
We're muggers. And what do we do?
Robs and Mug?
Wait.
I guess the ancestors of Mugs and Robs? Robs and Mugs?
Rob's and mugs, yeah.
Taylor,
Bibbly and Bobbly?
Taylor, you sabotaged the bit. I am very sad.
It's okay.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. We'd almost got to the line. I was trying to get, we were trying to get it there. Sarah started it, and then it was just like, there's like a catchphrase, and it's like, dang it! You sabotaged it.
It's fine. We've done the joke before.
We have done the joke before.
Good.
It's fine. I'm sure they'll come back.
Sabotage.
Did you read the previous bit?
Yes.
Yes.
Then at a little past 8 o'clock that evening,
Mr. Sholmes and his partner returned to Baker Street.
while I went back,
Oh, wow. That's quite the spread. Wow.
Well,
Not that kind, Taylor.
oh my
my
good-
goodness.
Sarah, sweetheart, dearest,
What?
calm yourself.
Calm.
really?
Taylor was being dirty.
Was he?
Yes.
No, I don't think he was actually. I think for once he actually wasn't.
When Taylor said, my goodness, that usually means he's took an
I
innuendo.
was saying my goodness at the turkey and the pie and everything.
Yes, not the flipping the rest. Anyway, we have returned, my dear fellows.
Welcome back to Britain, and thank you for your timely help.
Think nothing of it. I believe you had an evening. I believe you had an even more wearing day than Mikotober and I know.
You could say that. We were on the brink of defeat in court earlier, though I suppose that's not really anything new.
So, this prosecutor Asogi had you on the ropes, did he? And he's your best friend, you say?
I think you need to consider your friendships, my dear.
Indeed.
Well, he's not really the man I knew in Japan anymore. Kazuma's changed.
Mr. Naruhodo.
I mean, it's incredible to think that he'd even entertained the idea of acting as the Reaper's assassin.
Well, nevertheless, you must introduce me. After all, I've only ever met the young man as a corpse.
When all this started, almost a year ago now.
Do you know, there is something about this image that really bugs me, and it's that the text is a different colour to the little scrapey bit he's put on the floor at the side, where it looks like he's actually tried to scrape something on the floor. I know it's because it's a localization thing, but I still find it annoying that they didn't manage to match the damn colour.
Maybe he was just running out of ink and his finger was just wet and just a smear point at that.
It was just like, oh no.
Well, I guess we'll leave it.
So actually, it's interesting. Well, no, because I suppose it took us 1 year to play the first Great Ace Attorney, and now it's taken us over a year to play the second one. So I was going to say the timing is similar, but it's really not.
Yeah, don't give time frames on these things.
So, actually, I do just want to take one moment to say, so the other day I was looking on How Long to Beat, and I had a look at how
don't
long...
depress us.
I had a look at how long this game is.
Can we not? Can we
And
not?
it's like between 60 to 80 hours.
You're kidding!
For the combined titles. It was like the Switch.
Oh, combined.
Yeah,
Okay.
not each.
Okay.
Say Jesus!
But
gave me a heart attack.
But still, yeah, so...
Wow, okay.
I mean, so again, the listings were like the games individually and then the Switch version, which was like the combined, like the two of them, and that was like between 60 to 80 hours. And I was just like, whoa! I think
mean,
it was...
it
well,
is
let
pretty
me think.
basic.
Unless it was either 60 to 80 or 40 to 60, which is still quite a lot. Let me check. One moment, please. Go on, Taylor, say something.
One time I was walking down the street and this thing came up to me and asked me for some money.
Was it me?
And
it wasn't me. That was a joke.
And then
66 to
he
79 hours. 66
I
to
asked him
79.
how much money he needed, and he said, "I'm going to need about $350." And it was
Taylor,
right about that
no.
time that I realized he wasn't a man at all, but he was a Loch Ness monster.
Taylor once
And
again
then
revealing to everybody that he's currently in the process of watching South Park.
I'm watching Doctor Who at the minute. Thank you very much.
Now, who's getting defensive?
Me.
Anyway, yes. 77.
Ooh, wowzers. I mean, this game is pretty freaking beefy.
66 to 79. I just can't remember something I said just a moment ago. 66 to 79, which is
So then
a heck of a lot of it.
I know we had about 60 with the first one, and then we're over 60 with this one. So yeah, our disillusioned plays, we need to make like a how long for disillusion to beat calculator, which is just whatever how long to beat is just double it.
It's the same website, but all the times are doubled, yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Mr. Sholmes still hasn't told us the truth about what really happened back then. About the motivation for what he himself described as a great detective's lie.
Are you mocking?
Do I? Mr. Naruhodo, you've got like a certain look in your eye that I'm not sure that I appreciate.
I have no idea what you mean, my dear fellow.
Now then, I must say, it's really quite a journey all the way to France. France, I don't know.
Whichever.
He changes whatever he feels like.
Well, it is another country, Mr. Sholmes. So, what news of Judge Jigoku?
Judge Jigoku?
We took him to Scottish Yard. The investigating detectives there have a lot of questions for the man.
I don't think that was very wise.
I don't know what you mean.
Did you put him into prison with anything less than steel-reinforced walls? Well, no. Oh, dear. Boom!
Here's Jigoku!
Oh, no.
Just a giant Jigoku-shaped hole in the cement wall.
We're gonna, get to court tomorrow and, what's his name? Flipping... Oh, my God. Oh, my God. My... As soon as I try and say something, everything that could possibly leave my brain leaves my brain. I'm not even joking.
Do you mean the sussy backer?
What's the sussy... Strongheart. Thank
Yes.
you. I don't know why the hell I couldn't think... I know! I know! It doesn't make it any less frustrating! So, yeah.
Sarah, if you should look around on the floor for the plug. I think that the one that Pete's brain's fallen out. It's leaking.
So, yeah, I suspect, we're going to get to court tomorrow. And Male Strongheart's going to be really cross. And Jigoku's going to be there, and he's going to be like, I don't know what the hell happened. And he's there, and he's got both arms up like he's doing, I don't know, like he's sort of going, I'm a strong man. And there's just going to be, loads of men dangling from each arm.
All the bailiffs hanging off
And he's
him.
just going to be there. And he's like,
I had all these assassins sent after me last night, but I dealt with them.
Yeah, he's either going to have, tried to do a prison break, or he's going to be dead.
He's
Yeah,
not
except
gonna
in
be
this
dead.
case, the prison break is not just, it's literally breaking the prison.
Him just flipping Kool-Aid man. He's just boof through the wall.
Not prison break, break prison.
Breaks.
Break prison. Oh, we should get back on track.
Poor
should.
Professor Makotoba. Poor Professor Makotoba. This must be quite a shock for him.
No. Ah, yes. I picked this up at the telegraph office on our way home.
What is it?
Surely you haven't forgotten already.
Oh.
I put upon you for the matter only yesterday.
Well, I have slept since then.
You put upon me, Sholmes. I had to fill out your telegram to Japan and foot the bill as well.
Oh, you've had a reply already?
What was so urgent, though, Mr. Sholmes?
Such matters can wait until later. I'm far too hungry for an involved conversation at present.
Susato just gives him a takedown. And
You will explain everything now! Well, that is good news, because supper is ready, everyone!
Iris, did you prepare this turkey and the pie and the wine and everything else?
Have you seen Hurley? Do you think he can pick? Do you think he could pick up a spatula without hurting himself and setting it on fire?
And what a feast it is! If I were none the wiser, I'd think the trial were done already.
One already.
Blah, 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 blah. Roast beef, kippers, stew, steak, and kidney pie. Yorkshire pudding.
Roast beef where?
That's a-
Where's the roast beef, Sholmes?
It's a funny looking
That's not a roast beef!
What I want to know is where's the Yorkshire pudding, because you need Yorkshire pudding on your Sunday dinner.
Well, he said Yorkshire pudding.
No, I know, but where is it on the table? I
Well,
don't see it.
I mean, I suppose
I don't see
it
it.
could be hidden behind the others.
Oh, tomorrow could be a very long day, so eat up!
Gun.
In that case, I think I'll seat myself just here, next to this beef.
It's like a hamburger thing. It's like
Or
this
the
roast beef.
Or the jelly donuts in Pokemon.
Yeah. Listen, eat your hamburgers, Apollo. This place appears to be the only one set. Wait, this place appears to be the only one set with a helping of pheasant as well.
That's got to be too big for a pheasant, though, surely.
It is, but I guess it's a really jacked pheasant.
That's one big ass pheasant.
That is a big pheasant. Yeah, they're not that big, but okay, we could. Yeah. Oh no, it's not there. Oh no, we're still questionable meat.
Oh,
Well.
Hurley. Sorry, Hurley. Not there.
Why ever not? Are we in set places this evening?
Oh no, she meant the seating arrangement. Okay.
Yes, and that place is for Susie's daddy.
And also my daddy. Maybe.
For me?
That's right. I made it especially for you, Professor Mickey.
I see.
And we can do that now because it's public domain.
I see. Well, that's terribly kind of you.
Why do I get this
punching you in
sense
the
of
face
unease?
earlier and knocking you out?
Like, why do I get this sense of unease whenever you're nearby, Professor Mickey? I don't know why, but I just get this weird feeling that I can't shake.
It's a shame, really.
Do you know, it reminds me a little bit of this woman I once had with pink hair back about 10 years ago.
This
It's
woman
very-
I once had.
This one's.
Taylor Fricks. Oh my god.
Wow.
Wait a minute. And I think she had it in a bow as... Oh, bother.
Oh dear. Seems I am the daddy.
Jerry!
Jerry.
What do you mean?
There he is.
Well, for a brief moment, I believed it. That Susie and I were half sisters. I mean.
Oh.
Oh. Uh-oh. Oh, God. Iris, do you mean...
Oh, Mrs. Otto, would you look at the time? I think we have an urgent appointment that we need to leave for right now, about 30 minutes ago, actually.
Yes, I know now. I overheard you yesterday.
Of all the times we've... No, it's just like... of all the times that they have said it with her being within earshot, it was just yesterday that she overheard him.
Oh, jeez.
I secretly listened in on the conversation you had and... sorry, hang on. I secretly listened in to the conversation you had after I tricked you all into thinking I'd left.
That's a very diabolical thing to do.
Oh, bother.
What?
Oh, dear. Oh, you've got some explaining to do, Eugene.
The misunderstanding arose because of that autopsy report from 10 years ago. But actually, it turned out that neither Dr. Whittleson nor Professor Makotoba are Iris's father.
Huh.
Okay. Must have missed
Wait a
something there.
minute.
Must have missed something then.
Yes. About that, Iris. You know, I
know. You can't tell me at the moment.
Iris.
The pheasant is by way of an apology. I'm sorry for eavesdropping.
Oh. No. That's quite all right.
Then why don't I get any apologetic pheasant?
Because you're keeping secrets from me, Hurley.
So just who is the father?
Oh, boy.
So just who is Iris's father? I suppose that's not something we'll be finding out today.
God. It's killing me.
So then, let us dine, while our largely pheasantless plates are still piping hot.
You don't seem wounded at all, Mr. Sholmes.
A fine idea, Sholmes. It all looks absolutely delicious.
Sholmes just sits there and is like, oh, look over there, my dear. And he just swaps plates with Makoto. Oh, my goodness, it would appear that some pheasant has landed upon my plate. Truly, the fates must favor me this day.
Iris,
Give me back my pheasant, Sholmes.
He'll take a page out of Gregson's book and like roll some newspaper up around it and stick it in his pocket for later.
Ew. Iris, I do believe that this pheasant is not cooked properly. It's still alive, you know. It moved onto my plate.
Oh dear.
Sorry, I know that was after I was trying to get a joke in. I wanted to say it.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. I wanted to say it.
It's okay. You should be more assertive.
I'm
You
not,
need
though.
to get in there and be like, I want to tell a joke.
Like, shut up.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Yes.
Assert yourself.
Assert.
Eat as much as you like. There's always seconds.
You know what, guys? I think in the comments, you should say hashtag Sarah should assert herself.
Oh,
if you think that Sarah should tell more jokes.
No!
Because
stop
also
it!
hashtag Sarah is funny.
Oh, oopsie.
Hashtag Pete skipped my dang line.
Well, I skipped
Pete
another.
skipped my other line! Stop pressing the button!
No! Stop
This
talking smack.
This could be our last chance to ask questions before tomorrow's trial. About that telegram from Japan, and about Cosima.
Like, stop mobilizing our commenters.
Yeah,
I
stop
can't let
For
this
your own
opportunity
building
slip
the
away.
hashtags.
Yes, Taylor, we know you can't let the opportunity away. And also Renosuke, obviously, I suppose.
Hashtag Pete is a mean
Oh,
bum.
sassy
What?
Shomes.
Smolder.
Smoldering Shomes over there.
What?
Shows, you could have
Susato,
taken your
do you see-
shoes off.
I was about to say, Mr. Susato, he has his shoes on the furniture.
Mr. Shows!
It's like, truly in Britain, they just have absolutely no regard.
Mr. Sholmes, what are you doing?
He's giving the
Well,
He's
friggin'
eyeing
like,
the pheasant is what he's
He's
doing.
Ah,
giving
yeah.
the stink eye to
Well-
somebody.
The pheasant. Well, you see, I noticed I had a large patch of mud on the bottom of my shoes, and I just thought that I'd wipe it off on this lounger right
This
now.
chaise longue.
This chaise longue, yes. Because Iris didn't give me any pheasant.
Oh no.
Surely it's abundantly clear that I wasn't brooding over Makotoba's refusal to share his pheasant with me. Nevertheless, I felt the need to withdraw from the social circle for a while and look on with hungry eyes.
Withdrawing from
Hungry
social...
eyes. I feel the tension between you and I.
There's some dirty dancing up in here.
Sorry, Hurley, but I cooked that pheasant especially for Susie's daddy.
Even though I've played the role of a father to you for far longer.
Mr. Sholmes, could I discuss some things with you if you're not too terribly upset about the pheasant?
Do you have to?
Oh.
Certainly, my dear fellow. I find myself in quite the mood for a spell of conversation.
I wish I could go from introvert to extrovert in 10 seconds like that. Like, jeez.
No doubt you're hungry to learn more of my deep love of game. And while you're there, why don't you just slice off a leg and pop one for yourself as well, and we'll sit and we'll have a nice little discussion while we
Iris
eat our...
just like slowly raises the gun.
Well, I suppose in that case, I mean, perhaps we'll just keep it to one side for later.
On second thought, I am rather stuffed.
I am rather stuffed, but maybe in a bit.
I can probably contain my curiosity on that one.
Fine.
You needn't look at me in that fashion.
In what fashion?
Oh, I don't know, those accusatory glances of yours, like you think I'm just going to steal the game when everyone's not looking. It seems that before we discuss this pheasant, we have some rather unpheasant matters to discuss. I don't know what...
I mean,
Wow. Wow, that must be bad if it's making Taylor grimace.
Susato proceeds to do a Susato takedown on herself for overhearing that.
My ears cannot unhear that.
Yes.
so, what was in the telegram you received back from Japan then?
Ah, this. I thank my lucky stars it arrived in time. Record found as indicated. Duplicate follows. K. Asogi / A. Shin, T. Gregson / J. Wilson.
What?
That's the hit list.
Those 4 names. We've come across that exact same list before.
Oh, the sinister strings have returned. Oh, goodness, I should play my Stradivarius.
They came up in that unforgettable case last spring. What appeared to be a simple case of aggravated murder turned out to be masking monumental intrigue. A plot that involved the sale of British governmental secrets to foreign states. In exposing the means by which those secrets were being leaked, we deciphered a fragment of a message. K. Asogi, A. Shin, T. Gregson, J. Wilson. But we didn't find the names out until the case was over. We never did get to the bottom of what they meant.
The bottom.
The bottom. All we knew,
You said bottom.
I did, was that the information had been sent by somebody in the British government to somebody in Japan. So, why are the names coming up again now?
Yes! Where did the sender of your telegram discover them, Mr. Sholmes?
I have here the message I had wired yesterday. Allow me to read it to you. Enter Judge Jigoku's office undetected and investigate telegram records. Expect to find communication from Britain dated 1 year ago.
Oh no.
List of 4 names. Need by tomorrow. Naruhodo.
I sent it to a detective I know who specializes in clandestine missions of this nature.
They've got spies every... Oh! Of course! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Ha!
I disguised myself as a book and entered his office undetected.
I disguised myself as a book,
Yeah,
and I executed the task flawlessly.
that's the one, flawlessly.
That's the one.
You asked Inspector Hosanaga to undertake such an onerous task for you?
And in my name? I wonder what guise he opted for this time.
My dear fellows! It was a matter of great urgency. You understand?
Anyway, the list of names was found in Seishiro's office, as Sholmes predicted.
So, you mean that mysterious collection of names that was sent from Britain to Japan was...
It was sent to Judge Jigoku. He was the intended recipient.
I don't believe it.
But that doesn't answer the question of what the list of names actually signifies.
So many twists.
Yeah.
I did formulate a hypothesis about that. But without a shred of evidence, I couldn't possibly have shared it.
Mr. Sholmes,
looks deadly serious for once.
Oh my God! What is happening? Oh my God!
We need to examine that. Where was it?
Examine
that. A telegram from Inspector Hosonaga in Japan with details of the a telegram from Inspector Hosonaga in Japan with details of the telegram he managed to locate by stealing into Judge Jigoku's office. Okay, and that is literally it. Nothing weird on the back. It's not a ship ticket or something.
What on earth is he doing with that?
Oh, I should have presented it to him.
That tragedy we had to go through on the SS Burya was all for nothing. Kazuma wasn't dead at all. We were completely taken in by the lie you told us. Your great detective's lie.
No need to be so bitter, my dear friend.
I took no pleasure in deceiving you. However, at the time, all that concerned me was preventing the young man's study tour from taking place, whatever the cost.
What?
I capitalized on the events that transpired to see that he was sent back to Japan.
His remains, you mean?
Well, no, because he was alive, so actually it was him.
Oh, that's why she said remains. Like
Yeah,
it was
in quotes. I don't hear the quote marks when you say it out loud,
Sorry,
Mr. Sato.
his remains, you mean?
Precisely, Mr. Sato. And then, I made sure that someone else was sent to Britain in his stead.
Oh my! You mean?
Yeah, I think you might have guessed it.
Miss Susato?
Yes.
Her
Mr.
alone, yes.
Naruto.
The arrangement between our two countries was already in place. One university student lawyer and one judicial assistant to be accommodated on a study tour. In other words, by arranging for someone else to fill the place originally intended for Mr. Asogi, I would successfully prevent the man from arriving on our shores for several years at least.
Wait, do you mean to say that it was all in aid of stopping Kazuma coming to Britain? That's why you...
Think back, Mr. Naruhodo. Was there not somebody who quite casually urged you to continue on the voyage to England?
What?
The terms of this study tour were negotiated by the Department of Justice in both Great Britain and Japan. In the light of Mr. Asogi's unfortunate death, I'm afraid the study tour can no longer go ahead.
My dear fellows, the majority of problems have an extremely simple solution, you know. All you require is one lawyer, and the study tour can continue, surely.
But there is no one else with the necessary qualifications, Mr. Sholmes. We know of no other lawyer.
All we need now is for the animation of the hands in chains to come. The voyage to London still promises a good month of time. Plenty of time for us to acquire one from somewhere. Ample opportunity, I would say, to find yourselves another suitable lawyer.
So, you manipulated me?
Don't I manipulate everybody? I've often remarked on the extraordinary lengths to which friendship will drive a man. I was quite sure that you would rise to the challenge for your late friend.
I don't believe it.
And what do you know?
But if it was all contrived... I mean, what happened was treated by the authorities as murder. A woman was mistakenly arrested as the perpetrator. What do you suppose became of her?
I'm glad they
I
brought
feel like
this
they're
up.
not asking the right question, which more importantly is why? Why was he so intent on keeping Kazuma from getting over there?
Taylor.
Like that's...
I suspect this will come up.
I wonder if Kazuma was too blindsided by revenge to actually be of any, like, benefit. Like, he was...
By revenge.
Yeah,
Or because he had an agenda,
Yeah, he had this ulterior motive. Maybe whatever is going on with this list of names, he's, like, obviously, he must be tied up in it. And then, obviously, Strongheart would, obviously, if he went to Strongheart, he could influence him, and then he'd become one of his pawns, I guess. And maybe in Ryunosuke, Herlock saw something purer and better. He'd got no, Ryunosuke is just there, like, huh. I don't know. I'm just here, guys, and I've been in a cupboard for, like, this journey. Okay, sure. He's got no ties to anything.
Ryunosuke has not got any sort of beef. He is just the self-insert blank slate.
There's only
protagonist.
Pheasant. There's no beef, only pheasant.
Yeah.
Well, there's no pheasant either. That's just for Mikotoba. But yes, I am quite curious as to what happened to
Nikolina Pavlova.
That's the one. I knew the Lena. I was like, Piccolina, yeah. Yes.
Pickling.
Yeah, because remember names. I'm bad with them.
Oh. Do you want me to say it again? Or?
Yeah, please.
A woman was mistakenly arrested as the perpetrator. What do you suppose became of her?
Naturally. I didn't allow the misapprehension to have any serious repercussions. I subsequently explained everything and assisted the unfortunate soul in finding the foreign refuge she sought. Okay, then.
Oh.
I seem to remember Miss Yuzado and I had some rather strong words for her.
Oh dear. Yes, they did.
Well, she was certainly not devoid of all guilt. She deserved every word, I'm sure.
I wonder if she made it to America then.
I'm afraid I simply cannot comprehend it. Why would you go to such lengths, Mr. Sholmes? Why are you so determined to stop Kazuma-sama from reaching Britain?
See, Taylor, all we had to do was advance the text. Assuming that he actually explains and doesn't just leave us in the dark for long.
I'm afraid I cannot tell you that right now.
It's going to have to be next time, I'm afraid. The truth is, 12 months ago, we'll have to find out next time.
Stop it.
We're almost.
We are that close, but get up now.
There was already a very tangible omen of the impending tragedy, you see.
Oh,
Of the worst, most darkest, most horrible event in human history.
The most tragic, most horrific.
The most awful, most tragic,
That's the
most...
one. It's the most awful, most tragic event in human history. It's something like that. We're close. We will get there one day. An omen that, at this very moment in time, is close at hand.
An omen of all these tragic events that already existed a year ago is close at hand. We need to find out exactly what Mr. Sholmes knows.
But what does he know?
No.
Sarah's just like,
No,
you can't do this!
No.
Please!
I can't. This is awful.
We must.
Do we present the sword?
No, it'll be the
It's
telegram.
My God, we have so much evidence.
Or either the telegram, or we're going to have to, like, ask about the... We're going to have to put the stopwatch thing together at some point, I imagine, as well.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you know what? We probably should have done that, yeah.
All right, well, let's just do that real quick. Examine.
You see these little things all over the place, don't you? It's the part on the top of a pocket watch that you twist to set the time, isn't it?
it's called the crown, I believe. A watch would be quite useless without one.
Do you know, and it's really silly, like all this time, I've known it's called the crown, but it never really occurred to me. But it never occurred to me that it's detachable. and like in its detached state,
It
looks
does look
far
like-
more like
Yeah.
looks
Yeah.
far more like a crown.
Yeah.
I just didn't see it.
No, I didn't, to be honest. I thought if that came off, it was broke. To be fair. I mean, it is, technically, but I didn't know it was designed to...
Sarah's thrown away so many actually functional pocket
Oh,
watches.
yes, I have a collection, you
Yes,
see.
we're
Being British, you
we're
know.
pocket watch connoisseurs over here. Me and the old stick here.
Well,
We
so-
collect them. Yeah.
The crown. Like what sits on top of a monarch's head? That's a very grand name for such a tiny part.
It's not the size that matters.
Is that what you use?
Actually,
Yes, that was me. Yes, Mr. Darrowhood.
I'm gonna be honest, Sarah. I was on the same wavelength as you.
Oh, were you now?
That time. Yeah, but
My
we're not.
goodness.
My dear
We're
fellow.
not like 1 minute into the episode. This though. No. We're 1 minute from the end of the episode.
Yeah.
if this is a crown, I have a feeling I might have seen a monarch around here somewhere with a very bare head.
If by monarch you mean pocket watch. And I'm quite sure you have.
Oh no, Susato. I suppose that as well. Yes. Now that you mention it. Yeah. See now, I do see it now. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so will you guys stop it?
It's
You.
you stop bullying me.
What do you think, Mr. Zato?
I feel sure I know exactly what will fit here.
Stop it!
Really? I was just thinking precisely the same thing.
We're about to see the little round component. It's actually part of Inspector Gregson's broken pocket watch.
But really? I was just thinking precisely that too.
Were you really?
Will you guys stop it? That she's
Nick.
like 10. You're sick.
Wait, I'm not being rude now. A perfect fit.
I knew it.
And yes, I know she's 16. Everyone in the comments. I was just making a joke.
All right. Perhaps
Oh,
you
I-
knew it.
I'll make a note of this new information at once.
Yay! There we go. Cool. Which, yep. So yes,
Which,
good.
yes.
Well done for pointing that out because yeah, that just yes. Oh, but we're not going to wind it though. We're not going to see if it works.
No.
No, it'll be because the crown was found in Judge Jigoku's luggage, and so that'll wind
it'll
up
need
being
to be
relevant
separate.
later.
Yeah. Yes, I am sorry we did troll you there, viewers, but unfortunately, yes, now is the time for the episode to end.
Yes.
I don't
Look,
want it to.
No,
but-
absolutely not. But it's like we've got
Oh.
like a minute, and this
I
is going to be. And I'm
know.
presuming, so I could be wrong. Please don't spoil it for me if you know.
Yeah,
for us
don't-
if you
no
know.
spoilers,
But
please.
like, it really seems like this is going to be an info dump, right?
Oh,
of,
God,
of
yes.
like holy crap information. So I feel like the last 30 seconds of the episode's perhaps not the appropriate time.
No, it's really not. But
Just
if
think what you'll be looking forward to.
yes, if like us you are excited to see how this is going to play out, then please consider giving the channel a like. Subscribe to it. Ring the notification bell. What are you laughing at? Stop putting me off.
The video a like, the channel a subscribe, and ring that notification bell, and watch our other stuff.
What
It's-
he said.
Well, what did Sarah
He
say?
said like the channel and subscribe to the channel.
Oh, for God's
You
sake.
can't like the channel. I wish you could.
You
though.
can in your heart. Okay.
Yes, in your heart of hearts,
Yes.
you can like the channel.
On that note, I'm going to say bye-bye.
Take care, everyone. Have a great week.
Bye.
And remember, don't go around with a bare head on your pocket watch. Make sure that you keep the crown covered.